In a distant future, the civilization of Ethereum flourished amidst advanced technologies that transformed everyday life. Shimmering buildings reached the skies while drones patrolled the streets, ensuring safety and order. Ethereum was a symbol of progress, a place where technology and humanity coexisted harmoniously. However, beneath this perfect facade, persistent rumors about an ancient weapon known as the human weapon began to spread, causing unrest among citizens and sparking the interest of many. According to legends, this weapon possessed immense power, capable of altering the destiny of humanity. Stories about its devastating and salvific potential circulated, fueling both hope and fear. Curiosity about the human weapon grew, attracting the attention of scholars, treasure hunters, and government authorities. Yet, to many, the weapon was nothing more than a myth, an ancient story with no basis in reality. Zara, the protagonist, was a partially cybernetic warrior renowned for her exceptional combat skills and strategic intelligence. With her piercing eyes and a bionic armor that enhanced her physical abilities, Zara stood out as an imposing and enigmatic figure. She had dedicated her life to protecting Ethereum, carrying out dangerous and challenging missions with relentless precision. During a routine mission to investigate ancient ruins on the outskirts of Ethereum, Zara found something unexpected. Among the rubble and relics, she discovered an ancient artifact buried in the ground. The object, covered with enigmatic inscriptions, reacted immediately to her touch. An intense glow emanated from the artifact, enveloping Zara in a blinding light. In an instant, she was transported to a vision of the past. In the vision, Zara saw scenes of a devastating war where the human weapon was used with catastrophic effects. Buildings crumbled, and landscapes were transformed into desolate terrains. But at the same time, she saw images of rebirth, where the weapon was used to heal the land and bring new life. These conflicting visions left Zara intrigued and disturbed. The artifact seemed to suggest that she was somehow connected to the mystery of the human weapon. Determined to understand the meaning of this revelation, Zara decided to delve deeper into her investigation. She knew that uncovering the secrets of the artifact and the human weapon could have significant implications for the future of Ethereum. With her mind buzzing with questions, Zara returned to the city, prepared to embark on a journey that could change everything she knew. Back in Ethereum, Zara headed to the Advanced Research Center, a complex dedicated to the study of ancient and modern technologies. There, she sought the help of her friend and colleague, Dr. Elena Morales, a renowned archaeologist and expert in ancient artifacts. Dr. Morales was known for her sharp mind and vast knowledge of the ancient civilizations that once inhabited Ethereum. Presenting the artifact to Dr. Morales, Zara described the disturbing vision she had experienced. Intrigued, Dr. Morales began analyzing the inscriptions on the artifact, using advanced scanners and translation software. After hours of intense study, she managed to decipher part of the inscriptions, revealing crucial information about the human weapon. According to the inscriptions, the human weapon was an ancient creation developed by a prehistoric civilization of Ethereum. It possessed the ability to manipulate vital energy on an unparalleled scale, capable of both destruction and regeneration. The artifact discovered by Zara was a sort of key necessary to activate the weapon. Additionally, the inscriptions mentioned an ancestral lineage connected to the weapon's power, suggesting that only those with this connection could control it. These revelations left Zara even more determined to uncover the truth. She knew she held an enormous responsibility in her hands. Decided to understand more about this ancestral lineage and her potential role, Zara began investigating her own history. She revisited childhood memories and stories told by her parents about their ancestors. Each fragment of information brought her closer to the truth. As Zara delved into her roots, strange events began to occur. The artifact, which had been carefully stored in Dr. Morales' lab, started emitting energy pulses at irregular intervals. These pulses seemed to respond to Zara's presence, as if trying to communicate something. Convinced that the artifact held more secrets, Zara decided to take her investigation to a new level. Aware of the risks, Dr. Morales agreed to accompany Zara on her journey. Together, They planned to explore ancient sites mentioned in the inscriptions, believing they could find more clues about the human weapon and the ancestral lineage. Zara knew this journey wouldn't be easy, but the determination in her eyes reflected her unwavering resolve. The first stop on their journey was an ancient temple located in the remote mountains of Etherian. The temple was believed to be a center of knowledge and power in the prehistoric era. The imposing ruins, though worn by time, still maintained an aura of mystery and grandeur. Zara and Dr. Morales began exploring the site, their flashlights illuminating inscriptions and symbols that told ancient stories. In the heart of the temple, they found a secret chamber. The walls were covered with inscriptions detailing rituals and ceremonies related to the human weapon. In the center of the chamber was a pedestal designed to hold the artifact. When Zara placed the artifact on the pedestal, a series of ancient mechanisms activated, revealing a holographic map showing key locations scattered across Etherian. Each location on the map seemed connected to a piece of the human weapon puzzle. Zara and Dr. Morales knew they would need to visit each of these sites to gather all the necessary pieces to understand and possibly control the weapon. The journey ahead was long and fraught with dangers, but both were determined to press on. The vision of the holographic map confirmed Zara's suspicions that her connection to the artifact was no mere coincidence. There was something in her past, something in her lineage, that directly linked her to the human weapon. What began as a simple investigation mission now transformed into an epic quest for answers and possibly the salvation of all humanity. With the map in hand and a new sense of purpose, Zara and Dr. Morales prepared for the next stage of their journey. They knew the key to unlocking the secrets of the human weapon was within their reach, and the fate of Etherian depended on their success. The adventure was just beginning, and Zara was ready to face any challenge that came her way. As Zara and Dr. Morales prepared to embark on their journey, memories from Zara's past began to resurface. She vividly recalled the day her life changed forever. She was a child when her village was attacked by a rebel faction seeking to control Etherian's advanced technology. The attack was swift and brutal, leaving a trail of destruction and loss. Zara watched her parents die as they tried to protect her. This trauma marked her deeply, but also shaped her into a fearless and determined warrior. She was rescued by the Guardians of Etherian, an elite force dedicated to protect the civilization, and taken to a recovery center where she met Dr. Harris. Dr. Harris, a wise and compassionate mentor, saw potential in Zara and took her under his wing. He trained her, teaching her to fight and use her strategic intelligence to overcome any obstacle. Under Dr. Harris's guidance, Zara not only regained her strength but also found a new purpose. Years of rigorous training transformed her into a formidable cybernetic warrior, with bionic parts that enhanced her natural abilities. But Dr. Harris also mysteriously disappeared during a mission related to the human weapon, leaving Zara with a deep void. The loss of her mentor was a hard blow, fueling her determination to uncover the truth about the weapon and perhaps find answers about what happened to Dr. Harris. As Zara delved into her memories, she faced a constant internal conflict. The thin line between her humanity and her bionic parts made her question her true identity. She wondered if she was still human or if she had become a machine. These doubts haunted her, especially when she remembered Dr. Harris's words, which always encouraged her to maintain her human essence, regardless of the circumstances. During the preparation for the journey, Zara began to form a diverse team to accompany her. First, she recruited Ethan, a resourceful hacker known for his ability to infiltrate high-security systems. Ethan was young and impetuous, but his undeniable talent made him a valuable ally. Despite his carefree demeanor, he had deep respect for Zara and her unwavering commitment to the mission. Next, Zara found Lucas, a cynical historian with extensive knowledge of Etherian's ancient civilizations. Lucas was sarcastic and frequently questioned the validity of myths and legends, but his expertise in deciphering ancient texts and interpreting artifacts was crucial for the mission. He and Zara often engaged in heated debates, but there was a mutual respect that kept the group's dynamic cohesive. Finally, Zara met Naira, a mysterious guide with deep connections to the past. Naira was enigmatic and reserved, but her understanding of ancient traditions and rituals made her indispensable. She seemed to know more about the ancestral lineage and the human weapon than she initially revealed. Over time, Zara and Naira developed a bond based on trust and mutual understanding. With the team formed, the journey began. The dynamics among the group members were complex and multifaceted. Zara, as the leader, needed to balance the different personalities and skills, ensuring everyone worked in harmony. Ethan and Lucas had a friendly rivalry. Ethan often teased Lucas about his seriousness and lack of humor, while Lucas criticized Ethan for being reckless and impulsive. However, this rivalry fostered a camaraderie that kept them united, especially in moments of danger. Naira, on the other hand, was a calming and wise presence. Her spiritual connection to the past and her ability to read the energy of ancient sites provided a crucial advantage to the team. Zara felt deep respect for Naira and, at the same time, a growing curiosity about the secrets she held. The nighttime conversations between the two often led to philosophical discussions about humanity, technology, and destiny. As the team faced challenges and dangers on their journey, the trust and friendship among them grew. At one of the locations marked on the holographic map, they found an ancient sanctuary protected by complex defense mechanisms. Working together, they combined Ethan's hacking skills, Lucas' historical knowledge, and Naira's spiritual understanding to disabling the traps and access the sanctuary's hidden secrets. During these missions, Zara also confronted her own internal dilemmas. She often questioned her decisions, fearing failure with her team and Ethereum. In moments of doubt, she remembered Dr. Harris's words and the lessons learned from his loss. These reflections strengthened her, helping her maintain focus and determination. On a quiet night while camping near an ancient temple, Zara shared her doubts about her humanity with Naira. Naira, with her serene wisdom, told her, "Humanity is not in the flesh or blood, but in the spirit. Your bionic parts do not define who you are. Your choices, your values, and your heart are what make you human." These words resonated deeply with Zara. For the first time in a long time, she felt a sense of inner peace. She realized that regardless of her bionic parts, her human essence remained intact. With each challenge overcome, the team became stronger and more united. The journey that began as strangers now shaped them into an unlikely family, each bringing a unique piece to the puzzle that was the search for the human weapon. The trust and mutual understanding created an unbreakable bond, preparing them for the even greater challenges that lay ahead. The journey wouldn't be easy, but with the strength of their relationships and the emotional depth that bound them, Zara and her team were ready to face any obstacle. Each step brought them closer to the truth and the discovery of the human weapon, and together, they knew they could achieve the impossible. As Zara and her team continued their journey to uncover the secrets of the human weapon, obstacles began to emerge from all directions. The first and most imminent threat was a secret organization known as the Order of Helios. This clandestine faction, composed of highly trained individuals equipped with cutting-edge technology, was also seeking the human weapon. Unlike Zara, their motives were dark and selfish, aiming for absolute control and domination of Ethereum. The Order of Helios was always one step ahead, intercepting information and ambushing the team at crucial moments. In one of these ambushes, during the exploration of an ancient underground library, the team was surrounded. The members of the Order were relentless and well-coordinated, forcing Zara and her allies to fight with all their might to escape. In this confrontation, Zara realized the extent of the danger the Order posed and the urgency of her mission. Besides external enemies, internal conflicts began to emerge within the team itself. Each member's personal motivations caused tensions. Ethan, the hacker, was driven by the promise of discovering unique and ancient technologies and often showed impatience and recklessness, putting the mission at risk. Lucas, the historian, became increasingly cynical and questioned whether the search for the weapon was worth the risk, fearing its power could bring more destruction than benefits. Naira, the mysterious guide, also began to show signs of concern and internal conflict. She seemed to know more about the weapon and her ancestral connection than she was willing to reveal, creating a veil of mystery and distrust between her and the other team members. Zara, as the leader, felt the weight of these tensions and struggled to maintain the group's unity and focus. The inherent dangers of the human weapon also began to manifest. In one of the ancient temples they visited, activating a mechanism that should have provided more information about the weapon triggered a series of catastrophic events. Uncontrolled energy explosions started to destroy the temple, and Zara had to use all her skill and courage to ensure everyone's safety. These events demonstrated that the human weapon possessed volatile and unpredictable power, increasing the sense of urgency and risk of their quest. During a crucial mission to obtain information from an ancient archive, Zara made a shocking discovery. Among the time-worn documents, she found a reference to a mission led by Dr. Harris, mentioning he was investigating a possible location of the human weapon. Even more surprising was discovering that Dr. Harris was alive, but not the same man she knew. His relentless search for the weapon had corrupted him, turning him into an obsessed and dangerous figure. This revelation deeply shook Zara. Dr. Harris, who was once her mentor and father figure, was now an obstacle in her mission. The news divided the team, with Lucas suggesting that perhaps it was better to abandon the search to avoid more destruction, and Ethan arguing that finding Dr. Harris could be the key to fully understanding the weapon. Another turning point occurred when Naira revealed her true identity. In a moment of vulnerability, surrounded by growing danger and distrust, Naira confessed to Zara that she was a guardian destined to protect the human weapon from falling into the wrong hands. Her mission was to ensure the weapon was not used for evil, no matter the cost. This revelation brought a new layer of complexity to the team's dynamics, but also provided Zara with a new perspective on her own mission. The most disturbing discovery came when Zara finally managed to fully decipher the inscriptions on the initial artifact. The artifact was more than a simple key, it was a catalyst that, when combined with the vital energy of someone with an ancestral connection, could activate the human weapon. The person with this ancestral connection was Naira, creating a moral and strategic dilemma for Zara and her team. Naira was willing to sacrifice everything to protect the weapon, but Zara couldn't allow her friend and ally to take such a risk. This dilemma further divided the team, with conflicting opinions on how to proceed. Ethan suggested using the weapon's power to eliminate the Order of Helios once and for all, while Lucas, always skeptical, feared that any attempt to use the weapon would result in uncontrollable destruction. Zara faced an impossible decision. She knew she needed to protect Naira while also preventing the weapon from falling into the wrong hands. The fate of Ethereum was at stake, and the responsibility weighed on her shoulders like never before. In a final twist, Zara decided the only way to resolve the dilemma was to confront Dr. Harris directly, hoping that by doing so, she could find a way to permanently disable the weapon or use it for a greater and nobler purpose. With these revelations and twists, Zara and her team's journey reached a new level of complexity and urgency. The line between allies and enemies became increasingly blurred, and the true power and purpose of the human weapon remained shrouded in mystery. With renewed determination and a clearer sense of purpose, Zara prepared to face the final challenges that lay ahead, knowing that the fate of all depended on the choices they made in the next steps of their mission. The journey of Zara and her team led them to a hidden chamber located deep within an ancient fortress in the mountains of Ethereum. The chamber's walls were adorned with inscriptions that glowed with an ethereal light, revealing the pinnacle of their efforts, the human weapon. The atmosphere was charged with tension and anticipation, for they knew that the discovery came with great risks. As they approached the central pedestal where the weapon rested, Zara felt a mix of fascination and fear. Before they could analyze the situation, they were interrupted by the sudden arrival of the Order of Helios. The members of the secret organization emerged from the shadows, led by a dark and imposing figure, Dr. Harris. His eyes, once full of wisdom and kindness, now reflected an insane obsession. "Zara, you don't understand the true potential of this weapon," Dr. Harris said, his voice echoing through the chamber. "With it, we can reshape the world, eradicate chaos, and bring absolute order." "Order through total control is not freedom," Zara responded, her voice firm. We are here to ensure this weapon is not used for evil. The decisive confrontation began. Zara, her team, and the members of the Order of Helios engaged in an intense battle. Ethan used his hacking skills to disable the enemy's technological defenses, while Lucas, with his historical insight, identified weaknesses in the adversary's tactics. Naira, with her dexterity and ancestral knowledge, fought alongside Zara, protecting the weapon and guiding the group's movements. Dr. Harris, driven by madness, activated the chamber's security mechanisms, trying to isolate Zara and her team. The situation became chaotic, with energy explosions and structural collapses threatening the chamber's integrity. Zara knew she needed to act quickly to save her friends and prevent the weapon from falling into the wrong hands. Amid the chaos, Zara faced the hardest decision of her life. The human weapon was activated, pulsating with indescribable energy. She knew that if used correctly, it could save humanity from many threats, but it also had the potential to cause incalculable destruction. Naira, aware of her ancestral connection to the weapon, approached Zara. "I am ready to do whatever is necessary, even if it means sacrificing my life," she said, with calm resolve. Zara held Naira's hand, feeling the depth of the sacrifice her friend was willing to make. "We can't let the weapon fall into the wrong hands, but we also can't destroy it without trying to find a better solution," Zara replied, her voice laden with emotion. The surrounding battle continued fiercely, but Zara remained focused. She knew the decision needed to be made carefully. In a moment of clarity, she recalled Dr. Harris's words before his corruption: "The true strength of a weapon is not in its destructive power, but in the ability to use it for a greater good." Determined to follow this principle, Zara decided to use the weapon in a way that redefined its original purpose. She instructed Ethan to disable the final security protocols, while Lucas and Naira combined their knowledge to perform the necessary ritual. With the ritual in progress, the chamber began to vibrate with intense energy. Zara and Naira, working together, channeled the vital energy needed to activate the weapon. The light emanating from the weapon intensified, filling the space with a warm and comforting glow. Instead of destruction, the weapon released a wave of regenerative energy, healing the surrounding land and dissipating negative forces. Dr. Harris, realizing the true power of the weapon and the sacrifices made to use it beneficially, had a moment of lucidity. "Zara, you did what I couldn't," he murmured before falling unconscious due to the side effects of his own madness. The Order of Helios, seeing their leader defeated and the weapon being used for a greater good, retreated. The battle ended with Zara's team victorious, but the consequences of their actions were just beginning to unfold. The regenerative wave from the human weapon not only healed the land, but also ushered in a new era of hope for Ethereum. Zara, with the support of her team, initiated a process of reconstruction and renewal, working to ensure the knowledge and power of the weapon were used to protect and improve the civilization. Naira, having survived the process, assumed a new role as the guardian of the ancestral knowledge and the weapon. Her deep connection to the past and innate wisdom made her the ideal protector to ensure the weapon's power was not misused in the future. Zara, now recognized not only as a warrior but also as a visionary leader, continued to guide Ethereum towards a brighter future. She knew the journey was not over, but the challenges faced and overcome had strengthened her bonds with her team and her own understanding of her humanity. As they contemplated the future, Zara and her team reflected on the arduous journey they had undertaken. They learned that true power did not reside solely in technology or brute strength, but in the unity and understanding between humans and cyborgs. Together, they discovered that through cooperation and empathy, it was possible to achieve the impossible and shape a future where technology and humanity coexisted in harmony. The story of Zara and her team became a legend in Ethereum, inspiring future generations to seek the balance between progress and ethics and to remember that even in times of uncertainty, unity and understanding could bring true strength and redemption.